So Gleyber Torres is showing a new found discipline. You know, when he came up, he had the 38 home run year. People got excited. He showed his talent, but since then he's been very hit or miss. I mean, he's been just hot like he was at the beginning of the season. He gets cold, then hot, then cold. It's very streaky. So, but recently he's been showing, and I don't know if you folks have noticed it, he's showing a new discipline with his at bats, and I'm happy to see it. And he's drawing more walks, and he's showing patience at the plate, a little bit more discipline, not necessarily going for the 3-run shot every time. And like sometimes I feel like he's going for a 3-run shot, even when there's nobody on base. He's trying to hit the ball, trying to kill the ball, and as fun as it can be when he gets a hold of one, it's frustrating when he doesn't. He gets lots of strikeouts and other things. So when the Yankees could be using more guys on base, but he's exercising a new discipline. He's drawing walks, and again, putting himself on base, giving the other guys an opportunity to drive him in. So it's a breath of fresh air to see, because you're seeing other guys, whether it be Peraza, Volpe, or some of these other guys, Rizzo, drawing walks, and again, it's putting the Yankees in giving them more opportunities to drive runners in scoring position. And that's what happened last night, right? They loaded the bases for DJ to walk it off in the bottom of the ninth against the Toronto Blue Jays. So it's freaking fantastic. So I got to give a shout out to Gleyber Torres for that. Makes me happy to see. Really, really, really happy to see. Now, pivot to one other thing, and then I have the lineup for you today against the Blue Jays. Have the Yankees have found themselves another candidate for late inning bullpen relief, potentially even closer? Look at Jimmy Cordero, the opportunity he's been capitalizing on and stuff like that, and his repertoire. And again, because if you look at it, Clay Holmes is not yet the Clay Holmes of yesteryear, of Clay Holmes of last year. He had spurts of brilliance last year, and again, he was thrown to the Wolves after he was traded. He was a 6-something ERA guy as a middle reliever for the Pirates, and he came here expected to take over closing duties, which he did. He had struggles, and he still threw to like a 2.3-something ERA, and he's still coming into his own this year too. Struggles, he's coming into his own. So I think it's early season still. I think he'll get better, just like Michael King. He'll get better as the season goes on. So I'm happy to see that. But Jimmy Cordero, I think, gives him another weapon in the bullpen, and it's a guy I've actually talked about for like a year that they've had for a little bit now. And now you got Ron Marinaccio, you got some of these other guys, and again, I still am of the opinion that Matt Crook should come up and complement Wandy Peralta. I don't think it's a good idea to just have to rely on Wandy to be the sole left-handed guy in the bullpen, and I think Crook would be a fine complement, even long relief. Give somebody an opportunity to throw multiple innings from the left-handed side would be a wise idea. But Jimmy Cordero gives him another right-handed. He's a ground ball inducing. He's got really, really good hard sinking stuff. Guy throws like a 98-mile-an-hour sinker, which is crazy. So, and he's shown the ability to get guys out in key situations. So I'm excited about Jimmy Cordero. Gives him another option on the cheap for the bullpen. And it gives him flexibility too to construct things any way they want, because there hasn't been any consistency. As much as people like to complain that they take Cole out too early or blah blah blah. He did throw a complete game the year before, the game before that. He was at 96 pitches. So want to preserve him. And I think, not wanting to risk having him go on the IL when there's already 3 pitchers on the IL would be a smart idea. That's why they're using their bullpen, right? So, which I don't understand, but it is what it is. I understand why they took him out, and because you don't want to risk getting him hurt. I know he's a workhorse and he can probably handle it, but the last thing you want is him to go on the IL too. So, Jimmy Cordero showing us something too. I'd be looking out for him as possibly get a bigger role in this bullpen. Now let's get to today's lineup. Game 3, the series breaker right here. The Yankees can win another series with a win today. Let's go. Anthony Volpe, fresh off his go-ahead home run last night. Yesterday was fantastic. Oh, my gosh. Bottom of the 8th inning. Leading off playing shortstop. Aaron Judge, right field, batting second. Anthony Rizzo batting third. He's DHing today, so he's getting a half a day off. Gleyber Torres playing second base, batting cleanup. DJ LeMahieu's at first base today, covering for Rizzo, batting fifth, fresh off his walk-off hit with the bases loaded last night, yesterday again to win the game for the Yankees. Oswaldo Cabrera's in left field, batting sixth. Oswald Peraza is at third base again, batting seventh. Keep his butt in there. Kyle Gashoka's at the dish, batting eighth. And IKF is back in center field, showing pretty credible defensive skill, I must say. Batting ninth. Again, no Hicks. Tells a lot, right? And on the dish, on the mound, Clark Schmidt, looking to continue to improve. He's got to improve in more areas consistently. So, but again, this is one of the spots. That's why I keep saying, like, Last thing you want to do is risk getting Garrett Cole because we already have Schmidt replacing somebody. We have Brito replacing somebody. Okay, so we have to be careful. And but Schmidt's on the mound. Hopefully he'll give it. And even if he gives him 3 or 4 solid innings, you can even start Michael King. Or put Michael King in there for 3 or 4 innings, and all of a sudden you're at the 7th inning. You know using a lot less bullpen. So. But that's, I mean, we'll see what happens. But that's the lineup. I'm excited about it. I like the fact that Oswaldo's in there, Peraza is in there. I know there's no Franchi. He's also slumping too. So, as are a couple other hitters. But Yankees are showing enough. And again, they win this series. It's a good sign. They beat him in an ace game yesterday with Cole versus Alek Manoah. They did drop the first game, but and that was a Domingo Germán game, and he actually pitched pretty well with the exception of 2 mistake pitches. So. He was pretty decent. And so hopefully tonight, but today, Clark Schmidt gives him an opportunity to kind of give him a little bit of length. And even if you get 4 or 5 decent innings out of him and keep him in a game, I'll take that. I'll take it all day. So, but let me know what you think, gang. Let me know what you think of Gleyber Torres. Have you noticed that? Let me know what you think about Jimmy Cordero. Are you finding him, as a potential weapon in this bullpen, late inning, middle inning, whatever, And let me know what you think of the lineup. Talk to you later for the post game. Peace.